Our beloved Kaspa is pulling back again. Guys, we are going to look at the short-term price prediction for Kaspa, and of course we are going to have a look at overall market sentiment, and we are going to question ourselves when we can actually expect an altcoin season. So guys, remember, this video is not financial advice, and as always guys, consider subscribing if you find this video valuable. So we are going to have a look at this news, which is kind of a bullish thing, I think. We've got Alex that is posting this, right? Kaspa KII Industrial Initiative has announced an official launching of KII Academy, which is dedicated to cultivating industry disrupting projects that use Kaspa block-deck technology. So it's broken into 4 major stages: developer program, educating developers, startup accelerator, finance and scoping, university initiatives, help promoting, and we've got enterprise program on board enterprises. So guys, you know, this is something that Kaspa is suffering, let's say, comparison to other layer ones, because you know that's obviously fair launched, right? And also exchanges are delaying these listings, right? Because they have to accumulate Kaspa because nobody is going to pay them, right? So again, there is no advertisement for Kaspa, right? I'm obviously kind of advertising Kaspa as its fair launch type of a project, and of course different YouTubers and people X, right? But my point is that university initiatives, right? So it looks like to me that KII is basically going to be pushing universities to actually promote Kaspa. I think that's a huge thing, and of course this is just a cherry on top, guys, because we've got plenty of other bullish thing in that you know, movement from Kaspa KII. So big shout out to these guys. And now we've got enterprise program on board enterprise, right? And guys, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but basically that is, you know, bullish thing, because KII is now pushing for advertising through universities, right? Obviously they don't have to do this, but you know, this is how much they believe in Kaspa, all right? And I think you should consider believing in Kaspa too if you're new. So guys, let's have a look at this. I know that I'm not showing you Kaspa now, but obviously I think this is very important, right? Because you know, preparing for Bitcoin, let's say a bear cycle, let's say, is going to help us determine of how much, you know, potential we have with our altcoins and how strong altcoin season potentially can be. As you guys know, 100k for BTC is a very psychological level, right? That magical 100k. So of course this is just a projection, but based on the Wyckoff method, this is what we can see, right? We are reaching upwards of that 100k level. Then we are going to maybe see some trap for BTC, since stochastic RSI, I believe even on weekly, is overheated, and then push towards the upside, right? Another leg towards the upside, and then you know the last phase for BTC, and that will be around what, 140 150k. Well, I believe this is conservative and definitely possible price prediction for Bitcoin. And well, can Kaspa do 50x? Because obviously that money is going to flow outside of Bitcoin into different altcoins, right? Again, guys, many bullish news things are coming for Kaspa, and many good things, I believe. Now we are in a perfect scenario where Bitcoin is pumping towards the upside, but now meme coins and you know, all of the projects are basically going downwards, right? So guys, remember about taking your profits, right? Because it's always like this, right? Crypto is pumping and then crypto is dumping, typical thing, right? Obviously I have sold some of my crypto, right? I have, you know, took out some profits because, you know, I was basically careful this time, right? Before I even started this channel, I wasn't really that much careful. I still made some profit, but you know, when I see, you know, I made too much of money too fast, I would like to secure that cash, if that makes sense. So that's something that I would advise. Obviously guys, it's not financial advice, it's just my advice. Now let's have a look at the weekly perspective, guys. So on a weekly we are still up, okay, because you know, these little hiccups are happening, obviously, right? Now let's have a look at our beloved Kaspa's chart. So first of all, for hourly, guys, now Kaspa perfectly is bouncing from this level of a support. Now for hourly on stochastic RSI is showing that, well, we are in, let's say, good to buy type of, you know, scenario, right? Because do you remember what I was saying yesterday? We are pumping outside of formation, right? And people are going long. Then the price is doing the classic retest of this level of whichever formation as a support. And this, I believe, is definitely much better entry in here right now. So actually let's measure this move, and we see that Kaspa at the moment is 17% down, right? So if you will be patient with your entry. If you would set up a limit order, I believe that you will save being 16% down right now instead of degenning into, you know, the pump like crazy. Anyways, guys, let's have a look at the daily. So this is what I'm talking about, right, on the zoomed out perspective. So usually crypto is going towards the upside, then it's breaking the downtrend, people are longing, and then boom, right, the flush out of leverages. And I believe we are going to be good to go with the next phase basically for Kaspa, right? However, concerning thing on the daily is that we are still kind of in that, let's say, overheated area going towards neutral, and MACD is, well, doing this kind of a downtrend. Okay, so well, could we see potential continuation? Guys, let's see. Obviously this is just a momentum indicator, right? Weekly time frame for Kaspa, let's see how things are looking like. Guys, this is where everybody was scared for Kaspa, but you know, these market makers, manipulators, whatever, lizard people, and of course Vexino is basically, you know, suppressing the price of Kaspa. So these well, let me actually get this trend line out, and these deviations towards the downside are happening, right? This is something that we have experienced on the Bitcoin chart as well. Okay, so guys, good things are coming for Kaspa. Now looking from the standpoint of previous all-time highs for Kaspa, we are what, 38.39% away from all-time highs for Kaspa, to be exact. All right, so guys, even if we are going to see some turbulence on a short time frame, remember that weekly time frame is showing us that on MACD we are going towards that bullish flip. Okay, so I believe that Kaspa is going to experience some huge price levels soon. I know that I sound probably like a broken record, but guys, let's continue, right? So 1.618 is roughly this zone. Obviously that roughly is going to depend because everybody is drawing these Fibonacci's in a different way, right? However, we can expect the first pump, of course, after, you know, surpassing the previous all-time highs, the first pump to, let's say, 26 cents, anything between 26 and 30 cents, and then potentially we can experience a little bit of a pullback short term. All right, so guys, things are looking good for Kaspa. And now guys, we are in extreme greed 82. So you remember what Mr. Warren Buffett is saying: buy the fear, sell the greed, right? And I know that our emotions are telling us different thing, and we are holding onto our coins, and we basically are like, no, it's going to go more up, right? But you know, be aware of these traps, right? Because liquidations are still present on the market. Now talking about liquidations, guys, Bybit, Kaspa, USDT on a daily, right? So everybody is shorting Kaspa. We've got 3.5 million worth of shorts for Kaspa, and that's only on Bybit, not mentioning about other exchanges, right? And this is the scenario for all of the exchanges for Kaspa on one daily. So we've got 5.39 million worth of longs, right? Sorry, shorts. And now let's actually move to 7 daily and let's see. So on a 7 daily, everybody is longing Kaspa, right? Let's see how things are going to go, guys, right? Let's have a look at the heat map and let's check some levels. So that's Bybit. Okay, I personally have Bybit, obviously I have Pionex, and I use multiple exchanges, right, which I actually highly recommend. Anyways, let's do it on Bybit for, you know, just purposes of this video. We can see that, you know, this liquidity was grabbed and then rejection from this level of resistance basically. So could we see in a short time frame that Kaspa is going to dip to level 14 cents 7, and after that we could see Kaspa going to 14.4, let's say. And 24 hours, let's have a look at how things are looking like at 24 hourly heat map. So guys, we could go as low as 14 cents 4, I believe, to grab this liquidity and then build up a little bit of more momentum towards the upside, right? Let's actually have a look at the weekly time frame, right? Because this is something that I was showing in here as well. And let's see. So guys, we've got liquidity in here, all right? So as I said, even if short term we are going to dip, you know, to that 14 cents level, which is going to be, well, we'll see on the chart, that's going to be nothing, all right? Because liquidity is at 18 cents on a weekly time frame, guys. So again, patience is going to be rewarded, I believe. But now looking at that zone, roughly 14 cents, let's have a look how much of percentage it's going to be if it comes to downside for Kaspa, right? So let me pull out the ruler, and 14. There you go, guys. So that's going to be another, what, 6% of a pain, potentially even proper flashy of 15% from now on to these levels to flush everybody that's basically longing Kaspa at the moment, right? Well, that could happen, guys, right? And then building up momentum for the upside. So guys, let's have a look at different data. Guys, we've got A down, we've got H bar, and all of these basically being overheated. Okay, they basically sooner or later are going to pull back, because I believe we are not in this parabolic stage yet. Let's have a look at the weekly, because I know that you are potentially interested into different alts, right? So guys, XRP, BTC, ADA, SUI, and all of these guys, obviously they have a lot of positive news. BTC, I mean, obviously XRP, very bullish news recently. We've got ADA, bullish news, and SUI, obviously, you know, top layer one, whatever, blah blah blah, right? And H bar. So guys, these are going towards the upside. They are pumped based on these news. However, I don't think that this is going to go up forever. I do believe that we are going to see short-term pullback, because people now are longing these. So of course, guys, I'm not going to tell you to, you know, not buy it, do whatever the heck you want, but I personally wouldn't buy it. I would wait for, you know, good entry for some pullback. And again, guys, it all depends. If you, for example, are working hard and you have no idea, no clue, no whatever, right, you could technically invest in these, but expect some pullbacks, because they are, you know, possible based on this overheated level. As of yesterday, guys, 20th of November, we've got $773 million of positive inflows, right? So we are coming back to this bullish momentum, guys. That's basically 25% away from 1 billion. Almost 1 billion days are coming back. This is very bullish. And now, guys, answering the question, are we not in alt season? Well, yes, obviously we see the pump. However, I believe that true fireworks are yet to come, because, well, this is first of all alt season, right? And according to this, we are, well, in 33. So we are still, well, roughly in Bitcoin season, okay? And this is where we are going to be, you know, seeing our 10, 20, whatever X's, depending on what you are buying. And on a monthly, guys, it's even worse. From the standpoint of altcoin season, we can clearly see that this thing is going towards Bitcoin month, right? And now yearly, Bitcoin year 24, right? This is how far away we are from altcoin season, okay? And let me actually show it to you on the chart. So guys, we still have a little bit of time to accumulate, you know, Kaspa, whatever it is that you actually believe. Now, looking at overall interest, we can see that we had this huge spike, all right? And now Bitcoin and crypto basically going towards the downside, right? So there is no new money, no fresh blood on the streets. There is no new money to collect by market makers and institutions. That's why I believe we are going to see the pullback, because what people are doing, they are longing all of these cryptos, and the liquidity is, well, basically below. So they have to collect it and then pump the market again, because, well, new people are going to come back based on the interest. Let's actually zoom it into, let's say, 90 days, and let's have a look at the zoomed in perspective. So you see, from the zoomed in perspective, we are coming back. That's going to be obviously fluctuating based on, you know, the time frame I'm putting in here, but we can clearly see, guys, that, you know, people are in Bitcoin at the moment. And I would imagine that probably this is, you know, connection on a daily, of course, is connection of flashing leverages, as well as, you know, big part of retail that is actually, you know, chasing that green dildo candle for BTC, and they are interested into BTC because BTC is pumping at the moment, guys, and nobody is interested into picking up the blood. So what I'm going to do, well, I'm going to allocate some of the cash that I actually have taken out before when the market was very overheated, and I'm going to distribute that money into, well, different projects, maybe Kaspa. Last thing is that Mr. Max is actually predicting that we can see 101,000, which is also coinciding with roughly 1.618 Fibonacci, and here we could see the rejection for BTC. Okay, so this is where we could see an alt season potentially. Of course, guys, this is just, you know, speculation, right? The whole market is kind of, you know, based on the speculation, but, you know, the data is obviously helping us to kind of, you know, draw some conclusions. So we know that 100k for BTC is a very psychological level. More people are probably going to be jumping into BTC like crazy, because they'll be like, yeah, now we can do 200, 300, 500, all of that. Then BTC is going to drop. Well, hopefully this bad boy, which is BTC dominance, is going to drop at some point, and this is when we are going to experience an altcoin season, right? This is another chart that is actually also helping us to determine whether we are in altcoin season or not. So guys, altcoin season, all of these, you know, pumps that we have experienced, that was just a drop of a couple of percent for BTC's dominance. So guys, imagine what is going to happen when this dominance is going to go 10%, 11%, whatever, then 25%, right? At the moment, Bitcoin is at 61.5 0.59 if I can see properly. I'm blind, but guys, most of the market is dominated by BTC at the moment. And now we've got this chart, which is a dominance of altcoins, basically excluding top 10, which is inversely correlated on a weekly. So we can see, guys, that we are at the bottom, we are at the support, and this is where we can expect, you know, the peak of, let's say, altcoin season, but definitely not here. We are at the support, guys. So I believe that huge pumps are yet to come. That's it, what I've got for you today, and as always, guys, peace and love, crypto.